Hello, today I'm going to be teaching you how to make my Ratchet homemade cyber headphones. They do light up. I'll show you here. And they're completely homemade. If I show you this Maki face, it means I'm giving you a tip that would have helped me out later on, but your headphones are going to turn out better than mine if you follow those tips with that disappointed Maki face. So here's a picture of how all the wiring works. You can pause it and take a quick look at that if that's all you wanted to see. Otherwise, we'll just get right into it. I used these plastic half ornaments things. I got at Hobby Lobby for the ear parts. That's what hides the battery pack, and they're super cheap at Hobby Lobby. I bought 2 sets in case I screwed up one, which I evidently did. And I filled it up with Sculpey to get that design. I'm not sure why I decided on Sculpey, I just had it. And tip, that's why Maki's there, tip, use cellophane paper instead. I mean, I've never tried it, but I think it's worth a shot to make it look better because you can see the thumbprints in my Sculpey when you hold it up to the light. I'll show you in a sec. There it is. It looks a little bit when you have the light behind it, but if you have Sculpey lying around, do it. And the covers, just cardboard circles. That rectangle is for this battery pack for the LEDs, and I'll show you in a sec. They take AA's. I colored the thing red so it looked cooler. I don't know. These have the adhesive stuff on the back, but that didn't work for me. Nothing could make these stick to anything on my cosplay, so I had to improvise. I'll show you later on how I keep it on. Let's see, here they are on my shoes, and that's how they light up. There's a plastic coating around the lights because I chose waterproof, so you can color that a certain color if you want. My shoes, I wanted to stay red forever, so I colored over with red Sharpie, and it still glows pretty fine. I just left the lights open. Now I put the battery pack in that little circle that's traced to the plastic ornament size. Fits right over it. The cord is gonna have to come out the top, so we're gonna mend that in a second. Or the bottom, rather. Tip, if you do this, make sure you construct it somehow so that you can get the batteries in and out later. I don't know how I'm getting mine in and out. Just something to think about if the batteries run out or corrode. Okay, so make the shape of your ear. The ear shape has to be big enough to fit this thing, which is the EL wire battery pack. It's got a screw sticking out. I took off the clip so it would be thinner, and that screw just still sticks out. You gotta keep it in there though, otherwise it's gonna fall apart. And the EL wire battery packs don't fit in these ornaments. I don't know what size those were, but they're made of plastic at Hobby Lobby if you want to go try and find them. But they do fit on these ears, and that's why my ears are so big, is to fit this thing. I kind of like them big though, so it doesn't matter. If you're doing a character with bunny ears, it's going to be really easy to fit this because the ears are tall, so you won't have to worry about that. But cat and bear ears might be bigger than you want to fit the EL battery pack. And there's a little dot on there for where I'm putting the screw. Also, red EL wire looks orange in daylight. At nighttime it's fine, in the dark it's fine, but there's the clip for that I removed, so it's thinner and can fit in the ears better, so our ears aren't too thick. As a heads up, the pack emits a high-pitched whining noise as the lights turn on and off. Can't hear it during a convention, but if you're in a very quiet room, you will be able to hear it. You'll be okay though. I marked on a black headband where I want the ears to go, and I already covered the earpieces, all 4 of them, in 2 with black foam and then 2 with black red sparkly foam and jewels that I colored and stuck on there. This ear has the EL wire pack behind it. There's the tip. Make it so that you can change the batteries. I don't know how I'm going to change my batteries out, but think ahead. The ear that doesn't have the LED battery pack gets that styrofoam sphere so that the LED lights have something to hold on to, so they're closer to the outside and shining through all the colors. And I cut out these felt circles as well, so that, and you don't see cardboard on the inside of the headphones. The little notch I made in the circles and the felt is for the headband when it eventually goes on. Attach the headband. You can see I secured the LED thing in there already. And the wire for the LEDs is going to come out the bottom so you have access to the little control thing. And it's going to go right back in a hole in the bottom. Note, measure this on your head before you glue the cardboard circles on, because those ended up near my chin and I had to kind of rip them off and make them higher up on the headband. Just always be checking where it is on your head. I glued the other cardboard part on, put the felt over it. It was way too far down my face at this point, but it's okay. And that little notch in the bottom of the battery pack one is where the control thing is going to go back in. Yeah, it's still too far down my head. See, it's going to go back in through that hole that we're going to burn into the ornament using a hot glue gun. So great. Okay, make sure that your ears, actually, I should have said this earlier, flush against the headband when you put it on your head. That's what I want to say. Alright, and I messed up this part, so I was like, maybe I'm gonna fill it in with glitter. Didn't end up doing that. I'm actually gonna fill it in with black later, but I glued most of the ears on, and you can see I'm doing something with the ornament right now. Yeah. You can see right through that hole in that ear, so that's going to be filled in with black. And you can see how the ornament goes right over top of that styrofoam sphere. The LEDs are going to be on top of that sphere in that left one, so that they're not too far back into the globe thing. Once again, make sure that you can get into the EL wire battery pack to change out the batteries if they die or corrode. I cut out a piece of the cardboard in the back of the right cat ear, so that way all you're pressing through is the foam to hit the button. This is just me figuring out whether I want to edge the top with glitter or black foam. In the end, I decided black foam because the LED strips are probably going to stick to black foam better than something that's covered in glitter. And I'm not one for, like, a ton of glitter and bling, so I don't know. I thought it might look too trashy with the glitter. No offense if you use glitter on the outside. Yeah. Okay, you can see I burned a little hole with the tip of the hot glue gun. I burned a little hole that the LED wire can make it through in the top of the ornament, as well as I burned the little hook for the ornament off. I not burned, melted it off. But also in the bottom, you're gonna wanna make it so that the LED wire can go through, and I'm already threading the LED wire through that little hole that I melted in the ornament. That's where that hole is gonna be. I'll show you in a sec. That's why we need it, so that the LED can make it through that top part. That's why we melted that little opening. Once again, make sure that you can get into, I don't know, I can't think of a way to rig it right now, but you're gonna be able to switch it on and off through the felt because you left that part open. Make sure you can get into this part where the LED is laying against the battery pack, because mine disconnected and the LED shrunk into the sphere of sorts, and I had to kind of pry it open and reattach it. It goes all the way around. That's just using the adhesive on the LED without using super glue or anything. Make sure you're doing it in this order, because otherwise you're going to be in hell. And then I hot glued the spheres on. You can color the LED wire if you want, but I left it plain. And cardboard here, the ugly cardboard, is going to be covered up by EL wire soon. If you would like to make it nicer and not use cardboard, go ahead. There you can see I made some ugly fixes with the black craft foam because I had to. And now I'm edging everything that I want with EL wire. Use hot glue. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. What the fuck kind of tip did I have for you? Oh, the tip is that you color it with red Sharpie to make it not look orange if you have Maki ears. And I'm edging, I go with the front ear, I go around the back, do the back of the ear, over to the next one. Yeah, figure out how you want to do it. That's how it looks from the back and the sides. And once again, if you don't want to make it look totally ratchet, you can not use cardboard, but whatever. It starts lifting when you take it off the wig head or take it off your head. The LED in the middle starts lifting, and it doesn't work like super glue worked on my shoes. So we'll do that later. We'll fix that later. The EL wire goes all the way around and it ends up there, and I used this wire to keep it steady, and it turns into the mouthpiece. But that's only because I'm lazy and I don't want to learn how to cut EL wire. There's probably a better method of making a mouthpiece than this, my friends, but this is what I did because I'm no electrician, and I covered it in athletic tape that was black. It worked fine. Nobody noticed it was athletic tape, so whatever. Yeah, the wire keeps it in the circle shape. I don't know how to make that flower shape. I was like, nope. So I experimented. I was like, maybe a contact lens case will work. You're probably smarter than me. You can figure out something that's better than this. I settled for, yeah, it's not gonna work. I settled for, covering it. This is really stupid. I covered it in, more athletic tape that was black. And, shown here. And then I just shoved the jewels on, which looks fine to me, but if you are dying to look perfect as possible, you can figure something out. I ended up covering it later in, like, black Sculpey, and I sealed the black Sculpey with, like clear nail polish. It was weird. Oh yeah, if you turn the lights off, you can kind of see the EL wire throughout the athletic tape. Whatever, it glows a tiny bit. Oh, and here's the EL wire glowing. And you push the button through the back of the ear. I kept the LED wire down with more athletic tape. Great. You know, if you have athletic tape. Oh, there it is lit up again. Yeah, I'll insert more photos as I get them back. But if you have questions, please let me know. And that is how you make these ratchet, do-it-yourself cyber headphones.